All right, you're listening to 91.5 WUML Lowell. The program is Blues Deluxe, and it's my honor and pleasure to have Jovin Webb on with me today. How you doing, Jovin?
Oh, great, great, great. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So tell me about you. You grew up in Louisiana, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where in Louisiana?
Gonzales, Louisiana, man.
And where's that near? How close is that to New Orleans or where anybody would know?
Gonzales is like that middle ground between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. It's about 30 to 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
So we're right in the middle.
So growing up as a kid, what kind of music were you listening to on the radio?
Growing up, I was listening to a whole bunch of just gospel music and Al Green, Otis, Little Richard.
A lot of
Uh,
soul music in
yes,
there.
yes, a lot of soul, a lot of soul, a lot of soul. But as well as a lot of blues. I mean, Howlin' Wolf, Book Booker T, of course.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
just church and blues based.
So did you start up doing singing in the church as a kid at all?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, most musicians could tell you most of that stuff started right there in the church, and I was one of those kids that when I was little, I would be very very active, and my mom would put me directly by the music and the drums, and I fell in love.
That's good. So when did you decide you wanted to be a full time musician? How old were you?
I didn't actually become a full time musician until like a few years ago. So I say back right when the pandemic started and getting ready to open back up, everything became more accessible and more available. But yes, so in the last couple of years is when I really honed into my craft.
What made you decide to go and compete on American Idol? How did that come about?
Uh, I uh, I was around. Reveal my age. I I remember like the first couple seasons of American Idol, and as a child watching, it was definitely the first of a kind, and it was something I looked at. I was like, I definitely want to try this one day, but of course, I had to be secure in myself and my voice. So I tried out when I was 27 and reached out, sent in a video. They liked it, but I wasn't big on checking my email, so I missed my whole opportunity. I missed I missed the whole opportunity, and then so the next year I was like, I'm gonna go in person, show myself, and just sing all I can. So I went the year right after, which was I was 28, and did not expect it to go as well, but it did. It did. And, we got to run in and made it down to top 10. It was great.
Yeah, Lionel Richie said you sound like barbecue sauce. Your voice. That's pretty cool. And
I
Luke
mean,
Bryan too likes it. Both of them had some nice comments about you.
coming from those greats, it felt amazing. It felt amazing.
So how was it? What was it like to compete with the other people that you were competing against? What was that like for you?
It was really hard from the aspect of like trying my best to not exactly compare myself to like the other contestants. Um, when you're in it every day, I mean, you waking up to somebody singing, and these it's a bunch of younger kids that are so talented, so talented. So like for myself, it was just hard not to want to do the things they were doing, and to stay authentic was very hard. And I'm glad I did, and just stuck to my guns about what I was doing, and it paid off.
That's good. How far'd you get?
I made it to top 10. I would have went further, but COVID is awesome. COVID was great.
That's great. Top 10. You can't beat that.
Out of all the people that tried out to get that far was just on the real. On
do you still talk to any of those people that you were with?
Yeah, I chat with a lot of the contestants from that year on Instagram, and the ones I can't get in touch with are just kicking butt.
That's good. You're kicking butt now too.
Thank you, thank you.
So so tell me how you ended up signing with Blind Pig. How did that come about?
Right after American Idol, that's kind of like when you get to like top 20, I guess. You're trying your best to find, keep your ears open to anybody that wants to take you in at that time, because his peak time is real peak time when once you meet that point. And right after the show, I was a little bummed because I was like hoping that somebody would pick me up fast and like, oh, how you know want to take you on that journey, but nobody seemed authentic. And Jeff reached out right after the show, and he said, I got this idea of what I want to do, bring back this blues label. And he stayed consistent. I ended up having to sell cars during the pandemic just to make some money because we were totally shut down. And a 3 year period that Jeff just he stuck by it, and he followed through with what he was going to do, and he kept his promise, he kept his word. And he felt good, he felt authentic. Like, sometimes you talk to people, or they tell you they're going to do this and do that, and they just blowing smoke. I did not get that from Jeff, and I'm glad I didn't. And like I said, he stayed authentic, he stayed true. And I was like, all right, brother, if we're going to do this, let's do it. And I have faith in you. And here we are at Blind Pig.
Yeah, it's funny. American Idol. Some of the people that have gone on and didn't win are more famous than the ones that have, which is kind of funny.
Well, that whole show has been like that because they have like, I won't say questionable contracts, but you're not as bonded if you get close and don't win.
Yep.
Not as bonded. So it's like that show has seen so many greats that we still listen to today, and literally, I know more people that are successful that came close than won it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's amazing how much of the people that have competed that never won are
Mm-hmm.
doing even better
Yep.
now than they would have if they did win.
Yep.
That's good. So talk to me about Drifter. That's the name of the record.
Drifter, just the insight on different perspectives of my life. It's a personal journey as well as a
So
shared.
are you a drifter? Is a good question.
Oh, I'm a drifter. I'm a drifter. I'm still drifting, trying to figure it out.
That's good. So let's talk a little bit about the record. Was that your first record, or have you done anything before that?
I've recorded other songs with like different bands and different little projects, but that was I guess the first official recording of any of my projects, or whatever you want to call it. So this is the one.
And how many songs you write on it?
Um, I wrote. I mean, I can't immediately think of it,
I
but
already know the answer because Jeff
it,
told
it,
me.
it, yeah, at least at least half of that, and me and Jeff collabed on a lot of it as well as he brought a song or two in, but most of it is from just like I said, personal experience, and mostly some of the stuff I wrote.
What was it like to work with Tom Hambridge? He was on there too.
Yes, they sent me out to Nashville for the first time. That was my first time in Tennessee, and they sent me out to meet up with Tom, and we stayed there for 5 to 6 days, just getting to know each other and writing and trying to figure this thing out. And Tom is like, he's such a genius. He listens, and he just sat me down and said, "Talk." He just said, "Talk to me," and he literally takes in all the things I say, and he would use that stuff when it came to writing music. And I feel like that is so important to just make sure that the artist is able to be vocal, the labels listening, the producers listening, and able to share ideas on a healthy level. And he was amazing to work with. He was very organic. It wasn't forced. It just comes with that guy, man. He's a genius.
Yeah, and he produced the record too, which is he did both yours and Sonny's, the other artist on Blind Pig, both of you. He produced them both.
Yes, he's so decorated. I mean, he's been with countless amount of artists, and every product that he put his foot into, it shows profit.
Yeah, he's with Buddy Guy now, actually.
The Louisiana legend, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So, what was it like writing the record? Did you have any of that stuff done beforehand, or those songs, or were they new songs that you were writing at the time?
So I brung I brung some new songs to the table, songs that I already had in my that I was writing and working on and stuff. And so I proposed those few songs to Tom, and the rest was just organically made. It's one of those